Okay. Let's see if that's better now. Right. I don't know what it is. The stream last week and this week. For some reason the mic wasn't being picked up right from the start. But we seem to be good now. Okay. So, right. Let's grab that. We have our glimmering. Okay, so let me explain then what I was talking about. Why the bloody mic was muted. Okay, so what we want to do this week is, first of all, we want to do some more expeditions. So that means trying to get through as many of these ones here, this layer here, as possible, and then some of these as well. Also, discovering where some of those are to add some more to them. With that, we're hoping to get some more books for lore. We're going to study the books as much as we can, get some more lore, and then start moving this lore to the right hand side, as in to higher levels. We also want to get more stuff over here. So obviously expeditions are going to help with that as well. And yeah, that's kind of our main focus for today, is get through as many expeditions as we can and try to combine as much lore as we can, and also try to get through as many books as we can. Right, so they're getting ready. We invoke the magical in our forge as well as winter. We'll make our own path through. Success is almost certain. Okay, so let's make success almost doubly certain and run it on. We can see that the text doesn't change there, which kind of tells you that it doesn't change the what do you call it? It doesn't change the tier or the probability, I guess, of being successful. I'm pretty sure that the 10 gives you the highest tier chance. At least making it 20 doesn't bump it up to another tier if there is another tier. Right, let's pop a reason in there. And we have this one here. The Forge Days waits in my dreams. If I learn the Forge's lore and I dream with this temptation, I can advance my purpose. The need gnaws at me. So again, at this stage, we can let the need gnaw away because we need to do a prep. And what we're doing today is a big part of our prep. We're getting hopefully lots of expeditions done, as we said, and hopefully you guys are able to sort us out with this. Okay, so it looks like we probably got through there. We might splatter and torn and scratch, but we've made it through. Okay, good. So the next chance we get then should be someone with edge, which is going to be Victor. So Victor's going to go. Work is done. We'll grab that. We pop it in. We pop in the reason as well. Start that up. Okay, you're looking for that one there, which you're actually going to get pretty soon. Okay, and I don't think we can get those two in there before you take it either. Okay, so you're looking for the glimmering that we got, so we'll pop that in there. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely take that. It seems we're looking for expeditions today. Last night, Jirby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off, again into weeping. Okay, so grab those. Right, so we're allowed to send another person, so Victor is going to be that other person. We shall run things on. You don't need anything because you would be acceptance, and that would be an ending that we're not really going for, so we won't do that. Dreamwise, we shall get back in. We can run time on as well. We're going to be fine with that. Okay. The Watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. Now, we don't have any more. You're Forge, but we don't have any more. Like, these guys are Grail, right? So let's put in some Lantern people. So let's send Slee along. put in some lantern, just in case we needed to maybe discover some secret locations or something like that. Okay, so that should be fine there. So we're going to get higher piece of lore. The next thing then, we'll probably do this combination here. So those two together, which will give us 2 of those. Then those two together, which gives us 1 there. Then probably the edge stuff after that, and probably the knock after that again. So got a bit of lore to take care of at the minute, but nothing too onerous. Okay, we collect that. We don't actually need to pause because it is just the work. It's just nice to keep the timing on it pretty close. Right, so you are done. You're going to give us another dread, which could make this a bit of a problem, but we're not gonna, it's not going to be long before we're finished there, so we can go to the club, which will take care of that. So their blood plumps bright, then dark. They should not have opposes. We move on. Okay, so let's wait until it gets up there, and then I think it's time for us to get maybe Dorothy and have a chat with Dorothy about, you know, just a bit of cult business. Dorothy, nothing special. Okay, let's grab that. I visited the Ascent of Knives last night, that harshest of roads through the house. It has been sacred to the Menascate and the sun and rags since the intercalate, when the true sun was divided. When I woke, my room was freezing. The chill of it had cracked the window glass. Okay, click those. There we go. Okay, you can then pop up there. Okay. Oh, we can send another person. Okay. Let's send Cat as well then. Okay, so I'm gonna get Dorothy moving, I think, soon. Yeah, let's start that and talk to her about some cult business. So we're hoping to intercept the notoriety that we're going to generate there. We may be going a little bit early, but we'll see. So we let that run on. I've increased my mastery of the lore unceasing, which we call by its aspect heart. Okay, good. So we got the heart done. Next, we're going to be doing some winter. So let's check the aspect there. It is going to be erudition. So let's study for some erudition. So we're ready to take care of that. So we'll do it like so. We'll head back into the Mantis with another reason there as well. So that will be fine. Okay. Right, good. So we're going to have our first expedition ending soon. We'll check on what it's saying at the moment. Here on a flat rock, inches above the marsh water, is the throne carved of yew wood, ripe with fungus, ornamented with tarnished copper. This is the shrine we seek. Okay. Yeah, the notoriety is going to come up soon. So we're going to, hopefully, as long as he doesn't go searching like in the next, whatever, 40 seconds, we should actually intercept the notoriety. Whether we get rid of it or not is another thing. There's always a chance that we don't. But we're giving ourselves the best chance, at least, to do so. My own heart pumps more strongly today. So that'll be the first of hopefully many expeditions that we do today. If we can get rid of the notoriety quickly, it gives us a chance to go for a new expedition. Okay, so we have 2 dread there as well, which we're going to have to now start addressing. So 2 dread generally isn't all that worrisome. Again, it's when you have a third one sitting waiting to go in, it's a bit more threatening, but at the moment we don't have that. The problem we do have though is we have a dread and a fascination going at the same time, and that is where you can get into a little bit of trouble, because normally you would hope that if you've got a problem with fascination, dread is going to slot in there and cancel it out. Obviously that's not going to happen, so we ideally want to work on getting rid of the dread to get ourselves a fleeting reminiscence, which will then go into the fascination and cancel that out. So that's kind of what we're going to work on once we've sorted these guys out. So apple green paint marks ritual circles on the rock. The remains of the sacrifices past squelch beneath our feet as we search the shrine. In a little hollow in the throne rests an oiled bundle of treasures. Okay, that should be good for us. Let's collect all of those. So notoriety can go sit up beside the detective, just to tease him, and just say to him, listen, buddy, maybe you would want to check that out. Now, before we go on another expedition, we've got to wait for the notoriety to be dealt with anyway. So we're going to get ourselves to the club, so we can again start working on this. The drinks, the songs, the light, the arching walls, the smoke blue haze, the press and sway of clothed and unclothed flesh. Okay, so we run that on. That will give us some contentment. Right, what have we got here? So we have the icon of St. Agnes. St. Agnes of Bohemia was renowned for her pious dedication to the mortification of the flesh. This icon makes for grisly viewing. Okay. So that is 4 knocks. So it's just kind of a standard one. So I can go sit there with the rest. Right, what is the next one? And I'm pausing it because I want to deal with this stuff kind of one by one at the minute, because there's a lot going on. And I don't want to be kind of get sucked into reading some really fantastic text and then realize, oh God, I need to scramble to actually save my run. So yeah, so let's do it this way instead. The Flayed Tantra. This Tantra is recorded as being spoken by an enigmatic individual identified as Peel. Again, I'd love if they made it so that that would stay up until you click out of it. With many of the qualities of the mythological Naga, the Flayed Tantra played a notable part in Alexander Sparrow's paranoid pamphleteering. Okay, so we've got you. You are what? Written at San. Oh, okay. So you're actually something that we can. We don't. Oh, we do have Sanskrit. There we go. Something we can translate there. And then the winged doll. In the attic above a skeleton house, there was a window. Beside the window, there was a box. In the box, there was a bandage. In the bandage was a twist of clotted hair. In the hair was wound a doll, because the window has never been opened. Okay. I like that. So you are moth. Moth of what aspect? Or strength 4. Okay, so yeah, you're just a regular one as well for us. We shall grab that there. Okay. So the content or contentment is done. He can go sit. Oops. He can go sit up there, which means I'm feeling like we can actually go to Crocus Hill now. So let's do that. The ancient tribes reserved this resting place for one who, by the end in the surface to a certain merciless hour, was more scarred than man. They sealed the entrance with binding songs and mortared blood. Okay, so you pop that in there. Okay. So potentially we've got some kind of curse going on here. We're going to send a forge, and we're going to send maybe some winter would be a good idea. Yeah, let's send Eau Claire for a bit of winter. Then we shall fund it, like so. The one who came here before us had marked the door in the hillside, and here it may yet be, but it is still sealed beside with stone and binding spell. Okay, so let's start that up. Right, that's good. Okay, I just had to check something in the auto. I think we had a little bit of background noise coming through. Right, seem to be okay now. So that is started. We can run time on. Okay, so content has gone in there. We're into the Mantis again, so we're going to go for that one again. Okay, we didn't get a fascination, which is good. Of the place my dreams took me last night, this has been written. The ascent is glass, the walls are knives, each step is blood. I did not climb far, the pain was too great. When I woke, that pain remained with me, a pain I could employ to occult purposes if I hurry. Okay, so we're definitely not going to hurry on that because we don't need it. Right, so dream-wise, we are going to get a tincture of opium, I think. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of a special crisis. So that will be pretty much good timing for you as well. Right, and we have our erudition there, which means that you two can now be combined. So let's pop you in there and start that up. That's good. Right, and we'll sit you over here for now, I guess. Sit there. Okay. Okay, we've already seen that bit. It's about to change now, though. Okay, well done, Dorothy. Dorothy is very reliable so far on getting rid of that stuff, and I'm really liking it. It really makes a big difference when you can rely on a cult member to actually get rid of stuff like that. Okay, now next thing. It's runtime on. Okay, we're getting ready for the next part. So what does this need? An engineer an adept has ensured this door will not open easily. Forge or knock will defeat it. Okay, well, let's get some more forge. So 20 forge should defeat it. I'd be very surprised if it didn't, but there is always a small chance of failure. Nothing in... Yeah, I like that nothing is a guarantee. Always that kind of little chance of failure is nice. Right, I'm going to take a sip of my tea because otherwise it's going to sit here and go cold. Ah, that's nice. Okay. Work is done. We're going to get back in again and get started. Keep that money flowing. Dream-wise, we should go back into the mantis actually, so let's get that started. Okay, we'll almost certainly shatter this warded door. Okay, good. Now, let's send Kat to get some lantern there as well. So we're just trying to get some different aspects there. Okay, we're going to have a bit of an issue there. Let's provide the erudition there. So we're going to get an affliction here, which we're obviously going to then have to reserve our dream to deal with. But now the good thing is this is about to finish that one off, which will give us the fleeting reminiscence, which will then finish this one off as well. So then both of those will be removed as threats to our run. That's going to be great. And actually, we don't even need to worry about that because the dread that we had there has just sorted this one out as well. So both of them are going to be done. So we're going to have a fleeting reminiscence left over as well. Which is nice. Okay, so we're going to grab you again. Last night, Jirby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he's overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off again into weeping. Okay, so we grab that. Now, we need to just sort a few things here. So, work again. Get started. Right, so we have that there as well. So we pop you in there. We do have some vitality that we can use that we got earlier, so we're going to use that. Why not? It saves us one fund, right? Start that up as well. We do need to sort this though. Our exhibition plans for the next challenge. It will consume funds. I can add funds there. Okay, so Forge or knock, we have... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some more funds instead of sending another person at this stage, because I want to make sure that we don't run out of funds and abandon, because we have had some abandonments in the past. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm sane, if that means anything. Okay, you can go up. It's that one we need to... There we go. You just sit up there, and we'll be fine with that. Yeah, so I think we'd probably be okay dealing with this stuff now. But one thing that's not okay is we're having issues with skip frames again, which is very, very annoying. Don't have to spare prowls elsewhere. Okay, let's grab that. Let's then pop you up here and collect that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the settings again and I think restart the stream, because like, what, 80% drop frames in the last couple of minutes. So yeah, I'm going to be back in a second. Back. Hopefully this is going to work. I'm going to give it a minute to see what actually happens. Apparently it's something to do, Samuel said it's something to do with my ISP in my local area or something. Because I've got fiber broadband, which should mean like that I shouldn't have an issue with a very simple stream like this. It's not really like, you know, we're not really pushing it that much in terms of information. So it's kind of disappointing that my ISP is so terrible. Okay. But I guess living in Ireland, you've almost got to get used to it, unfortunately. Right, I'm just checking to see if everything's okay. It should only take a few more seconds. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the stream looks okay. I've just gone onto it myself. Okay, right, we're going to press on. Now, we are going to combine those two again, which means we need another erudition. So let's pop that reason in there and get started on that. Good. Oh, we missed a chance here. All door must opens, as all lives must end. This door has found its end here. It has, but we could have made things a little easier on ourselves by sending another person when we had the chance of, but we didn't. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep on keeping on for the moment. Let's grab that health. And then we'll get back. Oh, it's reason for that. There we go. Get back into the mantis as well. Work is done. Let's keep going on that. Okay, what do we need here? Right, so it looks like that's done. So let's send someone else as well. We're going to send Violet. So we're going to have 10 winter. We'll have 5 lantern if we need it, and we already have 20 forge, which we probably won't need now because we've gotten past the challenge that required forge. So generally you don't, on short ones anyway, you don't see the same lore being used for 2 different stages. On a longer one, I don't know whether you could or not, because there are some very high level ones you go to possibly would have would use a lore more than once. But certainly for what we're doing today, I don't think it's going to happen on any of those ones. But so you're on the hunt, but we don't have anything for you to find, which is always great. And And we're going to get some contentment out of that as well. That's good. Mirrors are calm. The sun is steady. The glory recedes. I'm sane if that means anything. Okay. And then some days are better than others. Okay. Well, we'll come back to you, I guess. Let's go for the painted river. Fascination. Okay. Well, I said that didn't have anything to find. Now it does have something to find. I dreamt of the manses behind the white door of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of a painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. Okay, so we collect all of those. Fascination can pop up there. Luckily, it's actually stopped looking for fascination. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay, and you two can go sit up there temporarily as well. Okay, now let's get straight back into the mantis. Let's run time on. Nothing else that we need to do at the minute. We are still getting annoying drop frames again. Okay, let me collect those. Oh, we never... Dorothy, sorry, we should have talked to you. Let's get Dorothy started, but I'm going to look at something else as well. Just give me a second here. Okay. Right. Now. Where are we here? Okay, so Dorothy will hopefully get that notoriety that we should have been planning for earlier, but we'll see what happens. Right, let's go through what we have. So we have a bone flute. Its sound will cease. Okay. So you are strength 4 aspect. Grey dawn oil, the precise colour of the hour when one cannot sleep. Okay. I've had a bit of that lately. As I said, actually, when I said at the start of the stream when I had my mic muted, but I haven't been feeling well the last few days, so the stream's going to be a bit shorter today. So yeah, sleep has been hard to come by. Meteoric bullet. Tainite iron bullets are occasionally dug from the skeletons of unusual beasts across Europe, the Middle East and India. Someone has been hunting monsters. Okay, interesting. You can go sit there. Piebald pigment from the crushed wings of rare lepidopterians, I guess. Painting black or painting white. This is the stuff that'll see you right. Okay, interesting. And then its aspect is moth as well, so you can go there. Then we'll pop you up here as well. And we have one more book that we've gotten. The Book of the Centipede. In the mid-1860s, one Madame Yee presented an entertainment based, she claimed, on this book. Okay, so it is written in Greek, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's pop you there for when we get to translate you. Okay, we're going to hold off going on another expedition until we see what's going to happen with the notoriety. We're hoping that we will get to it before him. Okay, and next we have work is done, so we can get that going again. That needs the erudition. Let's provide that there. Let's get that going. There we go. Okay, good. So our next expedition then is probably going to be to Celtic Scratch. Here the Romans dug for silver until they reached the unsanctioned space where the names hid things not fit for sunlight. Many others have come since then even as the tunnels crumble. Some have never left. Okay, so it sounds like maybe ghosts. So sometimes you can fight ghosts physically. So we might bring some edge. It's possible we could... See, the thing is, the alternative could be like something like heart, maybe, to persuade them. Or it could be something like winter, or yeah, it could be winter to ward off a curse or something like that. So we probably will just go edge, because generally it's fight or do something else with stuff like that. So if we know fight is one of the options and we can actually do that, it's probably a good thing to actually take that up and do it that way. Okay, great. Really epic is very nice for us. It means a higher level area that we're going to be able to find. There's a great chamber in the mansions through which a painted river flows. The vagabond, it is claimed, painted it from memory in the years before she left the house. Certainly there are histories concealed in its design. I traced them with my hand last night. There were fragments of aquamarine paint beneath my nails, flecks of gold leaf when I was done. Okay, so grab those. So you're nice, because yeah, that is a level above that one. So that probably means that the stuff that we get there, if we're going to get maybe artifacts or anything like that there, they're probably going to be 8 to 12 would be the hope. And that would really be kind of right up our alley for that. Okay, so let's get back into the Mansus again. Let's provide the reason that it needs. I'm going to drink some tea as well. So yeah, I have a little bit of a tea story. No, don't hold off on that one there. Okay, yeah, so I got a little bit of a tea story for you. So I drink a lot of tea. Probably not as much as I used to do when my dad was alive. Because Dad was the kind of person who, like, when he was, yeah, before his dementia at least, when he kind of had his mental faculties, he would make a cup of tea, and he always drank his tea very hot, so he'd finish it very quickly. And he would get to the point where, like, I'd be drinking a cup of tea. I very often forget my tea and end up having to drink it cold because I don't want to waste it. But yeah, I'd be like halfway through my tea, and then Dad would be maybe making another cup of tea. So I used to drink lots of tea because of that. Now I probably drink maybe 5 or 6 cups a day, depending, because now I'm at home most of the time. Hopefully I suppose if I get a job and I'm working from home, it's probably going to be the same deal with drinking the same amount of tea. But when hopefully at some stage I get out to a place where, you know, it's an office or wherever, I'll probably cut back down again to maybe 2 or 3 cups a day. But anyway, that's not my tea story, although I guess I did tell you a tea story about my dad. But the tea story is this, that in Ireland we have 2 main brands of tea that most people drink. There are others like just your usual Lipton and whatever, Twinings and stuff like that. But the 2 main ones that people drink here are, number 1 is Lyons tea, and number 2 is Barry's tea. And I'm a Lyons tea drinker for a long time. I like Barry's tea, but if I have a choice between the 2, I'll go for Lyons. But the other day I got like a big box of Lyons tea, so I don't know, was it like 240 tea bags or something? I don't know what the biggest one is. Wherever the biggest one is that gives the most tea bags, I think it is something like 240, something around there anyway. But they have like a pyramid style bag that we've had for years. But I opened it up and took out a tea bag and noticed that there's there's some loose tea in the box, and the loose tea is like there's a lot of it. It's not just a little bit of loose tea. And then but I thought, oh, maybe one of the tea bags burst or something. So I go to make a cup of tea. I take out a tea bag, put it in the cup, put in the water, stir it, take out the tea bag, add the milk, and then I see all this little bits of tea floating in, tea leaves floating in my tea. And I think that's a bit weird. Like, maybe I didn't shake it off properly or something. So I go back to the bag, to the box then, and I realize that it's not just one bag that's burst. There's like one out of about 2 or 3 of the bags have burst in the box. And some of them have already spilled the tea out. Some of them, when I lift them up, we can see that they're burst, and they're not going to, you can use the tea, you can't really use the tea bag, is the problem. So yeah, that was kind of a bit weird. But with that, what we're going to do is we're going to have to end this, like stop the stream, not end the stream, stop the stream, because again, the stupid thing is coming up about drop frames or skip frames. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. Let's see how we're doing for skip frames now. Apparently still having an issue. Just waiting for it to give the latest update. Yeah, this issue is so annoying. But thanks to Stormed Blessed, by the way, who popped in for a bit to tell me that the 65% skip frames again. Okay, it's come down a bit there though, so it's down to 25. Okay, well, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna wait a bit and see if it's gonna be okay. But yeah, this is a little bit annoying, to say the least. Okay, let's play for a little bit and see if it gets any better. Yeah, I can see how laggy it is, or how skipped or dropped, whatever you want to call it, frames wise it is at the moment. Come on, come good, please. Okay, I'm gonna just give it 5 more minutes, and I'm still crappy like this. We're gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because the problem is there's really nothing I can do about the issue, because apparently it's my internet ISP internet service provider is causing this issue, and so there's nothing I can actually do on my end even though I've tried different settings and stuff like that, but nothing is working. So yeah, it's very, very frustrating. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one more. We're going to go to Keglin Scratch, like we said we're going to do. So let's get some forge and some edge on there. Drop in the funds as well. We prepare for the descent. We bring rope, tools, light. We arm ourselves against anything down there that may yet move. Okay, let me start that. Okay. Run the time on. Yeah, so I'm going to do this one. And if by the time we've done this one, there's still an issue, I'm probably just going to have to say, listen, as I said earlier, I'm not feeling that well anyway today, so maybe it's a good night to have off streaming, possibly. Okay, silent intensity skill, which is you. No, your rarefied mind. Provide dread. Use a pit or use silent intensity skill. Do we have any? Normally we have dread knocking about. You're looking for dread, so we obviously don't have any dread knocking about. So silent intensity. I'm pretty sure we don't have that, right? Yeah. So we're gonna have to come back to that when we have some dread available, I guess. So it will at least remember how much progress we've done on it. Okay, so work is done. Now it's not a good sign here. No one understands us, or else they understand us too well. Okay. So that didn't work out there. Let's get Dorothy back in. Talk about cult business. And try and sort it out again. Peculiar rumor we'll ignore because it's not going to lead to anything good for us. We'll pop you up there. Okay. Now we can see what we're facing here. So this one is Forge a Lantern. We got Forge there. You should be Edge or something. Edge or Winter. Okay. So let's send Elridge. So then we have 10 Forge and 10 Edge. And then we can add in as we need. We're going to grab this one. Should have grabbed that one, but hey ho. The Ascent of Knives is called the Sharp Stair and the Mother of Mirrors and the Feast of the Grail. If one is to look beneath the stair, as I did last night in my dreams, one understands the last name. It draws a tide of blood from the feet of those who ascend. In Posei, some shaped like men, many shaped like women, wait beneath the glass of the stairs to satisfy the hunger. I did not approach. I made no sound. I only observed. Okay, so we collect those. Right. Still issues with stupid drop frames. Okay. But we did say we were going to go to the end of that one. And then we'll probably have to end it after that, unfortunately. Okay, now we do have dread now. So we can put those back in and hopefully get to use that one and not have it used for something else. Let's get back into the Mantis as well. Provide that. There we go. Okay, so let's see where we're going here. We invoke the magical, an hour of Forge as well as Winter. We'll make our own path through through. Success is almost certain. Okay, so... Oh, so in this case, we could have used Edge or Winter there. And in here we could have used forge or lantern, not winter. Okay. I was thinking, because I was talking about earlier how you rarely see the same door being used twice. Okay. So we're almost certainly going to make it through. Let's send Victor to boost up our edge. Collect those, but they're going to go straight back in. Because we're hoping to use that dread if we can. If there's any chance at all that we can do that. Okay. So you're going to take the dread. We've got the notoriety though, so hopefully we can sort that out. We're mud splattered and thorn scratch, but we made it through. Okay, good. Let's pop you up there. Yeah, you're going to... Wait. Oh, there's 2 dreads, so you're going to claim 1 dread and you'll claim the other. That is pretty much how I would have hoped for it to be. Let's get work going again. Okay, we're back in the Mantis. We're going to go here. I think the river fascination is not great, but we're hoping again that the dread is going to help with that. I dreamt of the Mantis behind a white door, of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of a painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. So we can grab those. She has done her job. Perfect. Thanks, Dorothy. You know, you had a bit of a slip up there, but, you know, as we say, you generally don't let us down. Okay, so we're going to send funds, because we don't want the guys running out of them. And then the next chance that we get, we will send another cult member. Let's get that going there. Okay, you now need some dread, so let's slot that there. Okay, good. Okay, so that was fascination, right? Yeah. Oh, and you taken... Oh, you took the dread as well. That's not good at all. Okay. So now we're in a bit of a pickle. Because we've got to get rid of this so that this can be taken care of. The dead are pale or as inverse shadows. They move like cobwebs in a breeze. Almost certainly they can't stand before us. We'll send them mumbling back into the shadows of the wood. So we've got 15 edge. We're pretty sure we will be able to handle it. I'm going to send Saliba along because he doesn't often get to go on these expeditions. And it's always nice to kind of try and appease his faction a little. Okay, now, yeah, we're going to go for a little bit. I know we're having this issue with the stupid skip frames, and it's very, very annoying, but, you know, I want to get some of this done. I don't want to just say, oh, what can you do? Skip frames. Let's just leave it. No, let's try for a little while more. Maybe another 20 or 30 minutes, and see if the situation improves. It would be nice if it did. There's no guarantee, obviously, that it's going to do that, though. Right, we're going to go for the Painted River again. Okay, got erudition and lesson learnt. The Painted River runs from a great chamber near the White Door, far through the Mantis, to its far edge, where it enters the painted delta of Far Cloud. I voyaged half its length last night with a stern-faced captain, beneath a rust-red sail. As the clouds rose before us, the sailors raised a yearning shanty and closed hauled the sails to best use the painted wind, and all the while the captain and I discoursed on the secrets of the House of the Sun. Okay, so we'll collect those. Right, so dream-wise, what we should do now is we should get a tincture of opium, because really we want to solve this and then get working on that if we can. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of a special crisis. And this definitely counts as one. Okay. He's nothing to find at the minute. You can go sit over here, I guess, for now. Okay. Our exhibition plans for the next challenge. It'll consume funds, or I can send... okay, we're actually going to send funds again and not send another person. I did say at the next opportunity we'd send another person, but I think maybe the funds will be fine. Okay, this is not fine now because we now have 2 dread there. But on the plus side, you have a dread there, which could have been taken by that one and made it 3. I've increased my mastery of the ragged lore, which we call by its aspect winter. Okay, so collect those. So then you get to move to this level. Slowly my clenched fists relax. I'll slide back into sleep, but something will remain, like spiderwebs in the corner of the room. Okay, accept that. Run things on. Right, so study-wise then, what we probably want to do is start... Yeah, let's start translating some of this stuff. So, pop you in there. You are Greek, right? What's going on here? A tongue for philosophers, theologians, and heroes. Some books must be translated before they can be read. Okay, but it is in Greek. Why can we not translate it? I don't know why. Don't know why it didn't go in the first 2 times. It's gone in now, so let's just forgive it. Right. Got some contentment there, which is good. It's definitely going to help out with that. We can send another person along here now. So we still have 1 funds left. The dead are pale as ember shadows. They move like... Okay. So we still haven't actually taken care of them, which is a bit worrying because generally when something like that happens, you've got to start worrying about ending up with an injury. We're going to send Kat along as well to help out there. Okay. We got that. We'll pop it back in. Get working again. Okay. So you now just need 1 more. Okay, he doesn't have anything, so we don't really need to worry about him too much. Dream-wise, we could do that. We probably actually will. Let's do this again. Let's start that up. Okay, the Gospel of Zacchaeus. Okay, yeah, there we go. Look. Okay, their wounds are grievous. Okay, so Valcine got injured. We're now going to have to send someone else. Let's send Tristan along. Okay, and we'll have to heal Valcine. Start that. Provide the funds that are needed. We're also going to get an affliction there as well. So that stems from us overusing the opium. Let's now translate this as well. Start that up and get going there. Okay. Wow, a lot of stuff just went went all over the place there. Okay, collect those. Let's actually move you in a bit more so that we don't have to keep on scrolling over there all the time for that. Now, yeah, we need to... Let's send some funds this time. We need to get by those guys. It's not good at the moment. Okay, so here's some wrestlers there. These two are kind of handled now, so you don't need to worry too much about them. We're going to head back into the Mansus. Let's get that reason on there. And what I'm going to do again is, for the last time, I'm going to stop and restart the stream. And again, see if that actually helps us out at all. Okay, so here we go. Last attempt. We're going to go for a little while and then we're going to finish the stream up for today. Then hopefully next week things will improve. But when you're at the mercy of your ISP, there's not really much you can do, unfortunately. And if anybody's wondering, who is this ISP that sucks so much? Anybody in Ireland will know who Air are. They used to be Aircom, and they used to be kind of the national like telephone and internet provider. Now they're a private company, but yeah, they suck, unfortunately. Right. I'm really hoping that we actually make some progress there, because that is becoming a little bit annoying. That we sent all of those decently leveled people, and we're not getting the progress that we would like. Okay, so we have to deal with that as well. That can go sit there. Yeah, look at this. When the dead return to us, they use what matter they can. If their bodies are gone, dust, rust, cobwebs, scraps and tatters. Now that we have broken them, these tatters are all there. Okay, so we've actually gotten by them, which is good. Let's now send Slee. So we've finally made progress beyond that. Okay. The wolf spare prowls elsewhere. Okay, grab that, and then you can go sit up there. We have our work done. We're going to start it again. We're going to grab this one. The painted river runs from the great chamber near the white door, far through the mansus, to its far edge, where it enters the painted delta of far cloud. I voyaged half its length last night with a stern-faced captain, beneath a rust-red sail. As the cloud rose before us, the sailors raised their yearning shanty, and close-hauled the sails to best use the painted wind, and all the while the captain and I discoursed on the secrets of the House of the Sun. Okay, grab those. Right, so another one that has been translated. Okay, so we can start now actually studying you. We've got something related to Grail happening there as well. 7 were the wounds of his body, 7 the doors of the house, 7 the lesser aspects of the hour, and knock the aspect above all, for the mother of ants is the mother of salvation. Okay. So the gospel according to Zacchaeus. Okay. Wonder if that's actually a real thing, because I know that there were a lot of gospels that were left out of the Bible when they decided what was going to go into it. In a lead-lined sarcophagus lies the skeleton of a woman. She wasn't buried here. It looks like she crawled in to die. Something has happened to the shape of her skull, pushing out the jaw like the muzzle of a beast. Scraps of rotting linen swayed her bones. Treasures lie among the remains of her clutching hands, between her ribs. Okay, so we collect those, and we will see what they are now in a second. But Dorothy, we need to have a chat with you about some cult business. Hopefully you can sort things out for us. Thank you. Okay, and so we've got Bidet's blade. A cut from this blade will not cease bleeding until the wound is healed. One account has it that Bidet was a knife-collecting surgeon, highwayman in 18th century Toulouse. Another claims Bidet is only the bastardization of an Arabic word for mosquito. Okay, well, either way, your 8 aspect, so you get to go on the top level there. Okay, you can go sit over there. Oh no, we need to go beg for a job again. We missed that. Cracked mirror, so you go. Okay, I think we can fix that though. We'll have to talk to someone with forged lore, but I think we can fix it. Or maybe work, I'm not sure. Now, explore, we're going to go here next. The Eve Stanton, a battered but surprisingly plush steamer, much used by actors fleeing scandal, by the shy millionaires, by occult scholars who feel safer with moving water under them, and just once by the Legia Club. What else have we got? Who chartered the whole ship for the use of 7 cabins. Okay, so pop that in there. We're going to send you, and we'll send Rose for Edge. We get our funds in there. It is rare for passenger vessels to visit the Grim Island where the Eve Stanton is docking, but we can charter a fishing boat and trust the sea behaves. The real work of passing guards and doors will begin if we get on board. Expeditions need at least 1 funds per obstacles. Followers will defeat obstacles if you run out of funds or... okay, that's just our standard thing. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm sane if that means anything. Okay, so you go there, you go sit beside Mr. Detective Dude. There's something, this is something like enlightenment, okay? So I can go sit here. Okay, our expedition plans for next phase, so let's see, we got... We need Heart of Forge for the Western Sea. Then we're going to have to deal with the Watchers, who can be fought, seduced, or deceived. And then the Warding Door, Forge on... Okay, so Forge just kind of makes sense, right? Let's get some Forge in there. So this one, we're going to have Forge on 2 of the ones that we're actually going to use. So, as I said, the higher level ones will start repeating, whereas we generally don't see that on the lower level ones. Let's start you up and provide some reason there. The sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. Okay, so we grab that, and then we're going to check here. The book includes a description of a rite which can be used to raise a corpse to half-life, in memory of he who would bleed for the wood. It requires a corpse and sufficient power. The author suggests an invocation of winter lore and an assistant touched by the powers of the wood. Right, so what did we actually get? We got some knock lore, which is great, and it's that aspect. So if we combine those, find out we can actually get up to, so it's going to be what, 8 strength. And then right of the Mother's Mercy, the assistance is offered in sacrifice to the Mother of Ants, but the Mother knows healing as well as poison, and she will be merciful, accepting the Substitute of a lesser offering. Usually the experience is not reassuring for the assistant. Okay. So you can go sit up there. Now study-wise, we are going to go with the next book here. The centipede always found her way into the dark places. When she was punished for it, she reacted badly. In the Mansis, as in Mia. Okay. Run that on. One time on as well. Right, so we can send someone here. Our 4 skill represent plenty of expertise. We'll almost certainly make it through. Okay. So we send Elridge for the next phase when we're going to be doing some fighting. We can then get sorted here. So let's provide the reason that you need. Okay, and run that on. Good. Okay, and well done, Dorothy, again. Yeah, Dorothy is a stand-up member of our cult, I have to say. She's managed to stave off or get rid of a lot of notoriety for us, which is great. Okay, so we're going to get some restlessness out of this, but we're not too concerned with it. Right. So I think we're making decent progress on what we want to do today. We've still got these left to go for the lower level stuff, but we will have visited each of the low level places that we have access to, which is going to be pretty great. Now we're going to get work going again. Our exhibition plans, okay. I'm going to send some funds. I think they're doing a pretty good job overall. We're going to grab you. Last night Jirby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off again into weeping. Okay, so we can grab those. The river runs through the sands of the myth and into legend. The painted river runs the other way. One is barred to the centipede now, but she finds ways back in, sometimes. Okay, and we get another one of those as well, so that is pretty decent. Now, study-wise, we're going to go with this. Peel was numbered among the great hooded princes, but it breaks with its brethren and followed the Thunderskin in the Endless Dance. Okay. So then we're going to get back into the Mansis as well. We'll provide some reason. There we go. Okay, and we don't need to use talk just the minute. Okay, so we're going to get another affliction. That's actually a couple of afflictions that we've gotten pretty close to each other as well. We do need to provide something here. The Watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. Well, let's send Victor and get ourselves up to 15 edge. Again, 10 or 15, I think they both have the same kind of chances for success. I'm not sure that 15 actually increases your chances at all. Someone who knows better might correct me on that, but I think that's the way it is, at least. Right. Let's do that then. Okay. We're going to grab you again. We've got some fascination. We'll just collect it because we've read that one a few times. The stream, we'll put it up there. And what we're actually going to do is dream these two, those two together. The door of vision swings wide, a little darkness will mellow my light. Even dread has its uses. Okay, do that. We need then to grab you. You've probably got somewhere near heart. You have. You can sit there until we're ready to deal with you. Okay, planning for the next phase. I'm going to send some more funds. Once Peel had peeled itself, it had the ink it needed to write the Tantra. It had to face the wrath of its fellows. Here is the invocation it used to fend them off. She's got some heart as well. Cool, it's actually higher level heart than we had before. That's pretty decent. Okay, so now we have one more book that we can read at the minute. So we're going to work on this. I don't know if I do know Fusan. We need to translate this. So let's get it translated. Okay, good. So need to remember to sort you out properly. He's nothing to find right now, and by the time he's finished, we're still going to be in the expeditions as well. We'll almost certainly shatter this warded door. Okay, so in that case then we can send... Let's send Enid along, just because we can, right? Right, so... let's talk to Dorothy about some lovely cult business and try and catch that notoriety at the right time. Just like that. Get that going. Okay, so yeah, made some decent progress so far today, especially expedition wise. I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me, and they found no new clues. Okay, good. The air is curdled now. I am home again in this lump and flesh. Better, perhaps. Okay. So now we can pop you in there. Provide the funds necessary. Good. Collect those, and now we can read the book. The enticements of the Grail outnumber its torments, but its torments are its final nature. Birth is the first torment, and thirst the seventh. Okay. The Forge of Days waits in my dreams. If I learn the Forge's lore and I dream of this temptation, I can advance my purpose. The need gnaws at me. But again, not right at the minute. Okay, all doors must open and all lives must end. The door has found its end. Here today. Okay, well let's send you along as well. Pope. Yeah, Pope Clifton. So that one I think is going to be fine. Yeah, stream is a bit janky, alright. Oh, I wish I could just tell my ISP, listen, sort it out, but they never do. No matter how many times you complain. Just, we've checked it and your speed is fine. Yeah, speed might be fine, but you're obviously doing something. Once it leaves here, you're doing some bullshit that's making it not so fine by the time it gets to Twitch. So Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay. Oh, all of these up here. Okay, so we're going to get Dorothy going again. I'll sort these out before I let time run on. The sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. Okay, good. And actually, hang on. Let's get this started. I don't like that I see dread there on this other one, but hey, what can you do? Through the enumeration of the Grail's enticements and torments, winds the sorrowful history of the witches of the dry land, the ordeal of birth from two wombs, their struggle from and supplication of the Grail, the yearning for union which drives them all. Okay, let's collect those. Now, we should probably combine these next, which is going to need a... To grade or subvert this fragment, you'll need to risk your health or use a prisoner. Okay, well, I guess we're going to risk our health. Let's do that. Run it on. We empty the luggage, upend the books to shake them, turn pictures to check the back. We find clothes, tickets, maps. Nothing out of the ordinary, although there is a curious translucent material, like a sheet of snakeskin draped over a chair back. At last, when we slash the mattress to search its stuffings, we find a little collection of ivory scroll cases. Okay, collect all of those, and we can have a look at what we got. So, first of all, some notoriety. Stop doing that. Some notoriety that can go there. We also got some lovely dread, which can go sit there. 2 dread sitting there. It's not great. We did get some formerly voluptuous. There exists some pleasures intense enough to corrupt the laws of the physical world. Okay, so you can go there as well. Okay, so Laura's looking much better, which was certainly one of the things that we want to do this stream. You are written in Sanskrit, so you can go there. You are written in Sanskrit as well. Yep, okay, so you can go there. Actually, make a space. Are you Sanskrit? You are. Okay, and how about you? You're Sanskrit too. Okay, so going to be doing a lot of Sanskrit translations, I guess. Now, one thing's on. I'm going to get going on the next one, which is the Gwere Inn. On a crumbling cliff above a grey sea, the Gwere Inn squats until the day the sea comes for it. It receives few guests, fewer since the owner closed his notorious library to visiting scholars. Okay, so let's get going on that. Right, so we are going to send Tristan and Rose and then some cash. We can reserve rooms at the inn easily enough, but we can expect the locals, if they divine our intentions, to turn nasty. And if the library is still there, it will be well hidden. Okay. So run things on there. Done. We're in here again as well. Grab that. We've read that one already a couple of times. Pop you over there. Okay, now let's get back into the Mantis. Oops, no. That's not what we want. So we need to risk our health with that one, and we'll do that. There we go. Okay, you're sorted then. Right here, planning for the next phase. It's going to take forge or knock. Let's provide another lot of forge, so that gets us up to 20. So we'll be very unlucky not to succeed there, but it is possible. Let's keep going with you as well. Optimism is the spice which saves. Okay. The watchers aren't ready for us. We should be able to bring them down. Okay, well, let's send Victor to make that. The watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. Okay, yeah, makes it a bit more certain. He's on the lookout, but we've gotten rid of the notoriety from the last one, so we're good. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm sane, if that means anything. Grab that and pop it up there. Okay, so things are going well so far. The only thing that isn't going well is the stupid skipped frames. So, Air, screw you, is what I say. You're a terrible internet service provider. Okay, we shall grab you there. Last night, Jerby was talkative. He spoke in the siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until the stories tailed off again into weeping. Okay, grab that. Looks like we're going to get some vitality there as well. Okay, I've increased my mastery of Lord of the Knife. Okay, good. Right, so yeah, need to get, if we get one of these, we can basically double up all the way to there. Now, let's get translating these Sanskrit scrolls. If we can, we shall pop back into the Mantis as well. Let's get that going. Work going again. Okay, so that's going to be an issue because there's actually not so much, because that dread is going to go. Okay, now planning for the next phase, which is there. Forge or knock, we've got plenty, so let's send funds instead. What we don't want to do is run out. That would be a big problem. I'm safe for now. My attitude is not enough evidence to make a case against me, and I found no new clues. Okay, good. My own heart pumps more strongly today. So some nice vitality there for us. You can go sit over there. Let's see what's going on here. We'll almost certainly shatter this door. We certainly will. Pretty sure of that. So let's send Enid along with some lovely knock. Not that it's needed, just again to give people some variety, give them a chance to go on expeditions for those who generally don't go on them. Okay. Oh, work. No. We need to do our work. Fascination, we read about that. So we won't read about it again. We'll do that. You need to be slotted, which you start that. You can go up there. We can run things on now. That is ready, so it can move over one and get going on the next one. So I think the aim now is get all 4 of these translated, then get started on reading one, so it gives us kind of an indication next time that we are on the reading phase rather than translating phase. and have this done as well. And then I think we would be happy enough to end the stream there. Let's pop you there. Right, so 2 more translations after that one. Probably need to, let's see. All doors must open, as all lives must end. This door has found its end here today. Okay, so let's send or Claire along. We're now going to chat with Dorothy about some cult business. We may be a little early, but we'll give it a go. Need to sort that out as well when we get the chance. But for now, it's not a big threat. It's just, again, it's just a case of taking your eye off the ball. Excuse me. Taking your eye off the ball could be a bit of an issue. It's the thing we need to remember. Right. Okay, so we've got fascination there. Yeah, so now they become a bit more of an issue just because we got 2 things that potentially could end our run, both in their infancy, but the way things are now is we need to resolve that to make sure that that one doesn't progress too far. Would be my thinking, at least. Okay, let's translate the next one. We keep on going there. Not all that happy with what we got, but we got it, so hey ho. Pop you over there. Let's head straight back into the Mansus. Let's pop you there. Put you in. There you go. Didn't need to do that. Okay, so we had good timing in that, which is excellent. Some of the books are exotic 18th century pornography, others are botanist journals. Some, however, have value for our studies. A yellowy note tucked into the spine of one reads, "Watch for me, JC." Okay, collect all of those. Right, so let's see what we've actually got. So the first is the Concursum Diaries, the diaries of the explorer and murderer Lars Westergen. He's hopefully translated them into, unhelpfully translated them into Frisian for privacy. Okay. At the moment we do not have Frisian available, so which one of these are in Frisian? You're not. You're in Aramaic. You're in Frisian. Okay. So you can go sit down there. Latin grammar, so you can go over here because you're going to be sold. Those who do not sleep, a Fusine text attributed to the mystic Brodnax. Okay, so you're Fusine. You can go here. We leave a gap to show that you need to be translated. Next, also known as the one who has shaven his hair. The story goes is the lore that even the shape-changing Vanasaurus rejected. Okay. Excuse me. So you need to be translated as well. And then the last one, the diagrams and illustrations, even across the centuries, are elegant, hypnotic, occasionally erotic, in Aramaic. Okay, so you go there when we learn Aramaic. Right. Now, exploring wise, we're gonna get going at Kerisham. And then the expedition might have another purpose. Okay. But we don't have anything to send. So we'll have to look into that at some point. But for now it's going to be a standard expedition. We're going to send Elridge. And then we're going to fund it. Slink along the streets to a once fine townhouse. Surreptitiously case the back garden. Odd stories circulate about the woman who lives here. She might be an adept, a collector, or even the rare thing called imposa. We must be watchful. Okay. Start that. And run time on. 2 more there. And then 1 there to be translated. Okay. But I think, yeah, I think now is, actually, let's wait and see what happens. Okay, notoriety is done. So I was going to say, let's see and wait and see what happens there, but it's done. Okay, plans for next phase. So it's the first one here. We need heart or winter to suppress this curse. Okay, so this is a heart people. You have 2 heart people. How about winter? You're knock, okay. You're moth. So winter are these guys, right? Winter. You're moth. Okay, let's send Claire. And get some contentment out of that, which will help with you. That's great. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Accept those. You can go here. I prepared text for study. Great. It can move over 1. You can get translating the next one. Okay. Grab another fascination. Okay, that's not good. We now have 2 fascinations, so we're going to have to deal with that. Although you will be sorted out, you will give us a fleeting reminiscence, which will help with that. Okay, let's grab you. Do that. Okay, and then here. I dreamt of the manses behind a white door, of the great space above the orchard, the space that overlooks the bounds, the space where the vagabond once painted her river. Painted ships passed upon the painted river. I met the painted eyes of the painted captain. She saluted, and the motion was like the layered movement of clouds. The sail of the ship was amber, and the captain's eyes the green of new barley, and the river aquamarine. Now that I'm awake, I see those colours still. Okay. So, reason, there we go. Run it on. So got you and you to be translated, and then I think it'll be time to call it. Okay, so let's send you, because then that gives us 10 winter, and hopefully a good chance to get past this curse. Right. Their blood pumps bright, then dark. They should not have opposed us. We move on. Okay, so we actually dealt with them first instead of the curse. Interesting. So the curse is still knocking about. You are getting done now, right? Memories of better times. Keep the wolf from the door. And we're going to get a restless there, which will become dread, which will provide the second one that one needs. So that's pretty much that's sorted then. Go up to spare, proud not swear. Okay, and then we've translated yet another one. There's a giant chamber in the mansions through which a painted river flows. The vagabond, it is claimed, painted it from memory in the years before she left the house. Certainly there are histories concealed in its design. I traced them with my hand last night. There were fragments of aquamarine paint beneath my nails, flecks of gold leaf when I was done. Okay, so another really good one there. Okay, let's get back in with our reason. There we go. You're done. You can go sit up there. You will eventually sort that out for us, we hope. Now, you are translated, so on to the next text. Okay, great. Okay, work's done. Gonna pause for a second because we need to deal with whatever is going on the expedition. Okay, our expedition plans for next phase. Okay, we're gonna send some funds. Right. One more translation to do and then we're going to be done for this evening, I think. Okay, we'll almost certainly shatter this warded door. So forge or knock, let's send you along. We are taking the chance that you're the one that's going to get cursed. But I suppose you have to take it. Okay. You're looking, but there's nothing for you to find. There's some dread there as well. Okay. Oh, fascination. Okay. But it's not so bad because... Oh, it is actually so bad. Because I was thinking that that dread was going to go in there, not there. But it went... Yeah. So that is actually bad. Right. Oh, not good. Right. We got that one already. You're now done, so... Let's do this and that, and then we're going to do this as well because we definitely need some help there. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of special crisis. That's going to help us with that, which will in turn help us with that. All doors must open, and as all lives must end, this door has found its end here today. It is good, but the curse is still hanging about, which is not so good. This is heart or winter, not heart and winter, so I don't think adding in heart will help us to suppress it. Now that we've maxed out at least the winter that we can provide. Okay. That's not a restless there, I believe. Oh, the deep peace, but I should not do this again. Okay, so you get to go there. Okay, planning for next phase. Let's send some funds. Right, so you are taken care of. Despair is the wolf that devours thought. But it's going to prowl elsewhere, so we're okay. Oh, we got glimmering. This is something like enlightenment. Okay. We'll sit there. We're probably not going to use you. You're now translated. Okay. So, the Leonine Tantra, in the most notorious translation of the Leonine Tantra. Ashley Phillips is listed as the translator, but their existence is explicitly denied in the prologue. This confusion is characteristic of books which mention the Great Hooded Princes. Okay, so let's do that one. The Tantra describes elliptically the Great Hooded Princes and the multitudinous ways in which they influenced wars against foreign invaders of the land of the Great River, although in a sense they were also invaders. Okay, start that. We're now going to get back into the Mansus there. Run things on a little. The Elgiest knows what is already lost. His power will almost certainly protect us. Okay. Well, I am a little bit worried, so we're going to send Clavette along to give us some more heart. I guess we may as well finish the expedition. Just hoping for no curse. Okay, I'm always the last to leave, even after the elder. Whatever it is. Elder of the brothers, I guess. Can't remember the name. Oh, Glover. The elder Glover, of course. Don't despair, pals, I swear. Right, grab you again. This one we've read. Take that. Stop moving that one. There we go. You can go all the way over there. Dreamwise, let's do this and that. Good. Lines can be created not as children are created, not as words are created, but as weapons are created. The Great Hooded Princes learned to create lines from their spying on the affairs with the arrows, and not all lines now serve the Golden General. Okay. Oh, and that's nice. That's the highest lore that we've gotten for Edge so far. Okay, so let's move all of you guys over one. Let's get you ready for study. Herein the Great Hooded Princes are shown beseeching the wood to rise and devour an invading Timurid army. The Dapple King, the Honey Tree, and the Sea Twins all deny their request until they enlist the help of a burrowing secret keeper. Okay. Our power is stronger than the power that is here. The curse won't touch us. Okay, we're going to send Leo to hopefully make that true. Dorothy, we're going to talk to you about some cult business. Maybe you can deal with the notoriety that we're about to generate. It certainly is our hope that she can. Okay, we're getting there. Pretty solid, again, pretty solid run today. Only the stupid technical issues, the only drawback. If it was that, then I'd be feeling very, very happy at the minute. Okay. I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to win a case against me. They found no new clues. It's great. Oh wow. everything just went at the same time there. You are perfect for what we want. See that? Okay. On the topmost floor is an altar to the Sun Divided, which could be one of many hours. Sweep the items there displayed into a carpet bag and let's make haste into the back streets. Okay, so we got some notoriety. What else did we get though? Couldn't have just been notoriety, can it? Oh, we got a second one of you. Oh, do you know what it was? We got doubles of these, a lot of these things. Okay. That's fair enough. So nothing new for us there then. Armed with blackmail material from the burrowing secret keeper, the great hooded princes petition the powers of the wood for a second time and are successful. 1/4 of the Timurid army is devoured by bees, 1/4 drowns themselves, 1/4 disrobe themselves until nothing remains. Okay, so we get some moth lore. It's nice, that can be combined at some point. Okay, so we're going to study the next one here. Dialogues with an entity called the Crucible Prince. The prince warns about the appetites of his mistress, the Burning Queen, and the peril of the naked desire she shares with the sun, but professes his loyalty nevertheless. Okay. Those two can move over there. And we're going to go for Fermier Abbey. Robert Fermier spent much of his unsavory fortune on the endowment of his monumental forest-crowned abbey. The monks dislike visitors. Their ways are not exactly orthodox. They celebrate a certain harvest festival with unsavory vigor. Okay. Right, so let's send Tristan and Rose as a kind of our standard ones. Let's send some funds along as well. Fermier Abbey. Folded into the forest like a jewel box, smuggled in a green robe. If we can make it through the forest, we'll still have to face the monks. Okay, start that. Get ourselves back there. It's reason, not funds. There we go. Okay, and we are going to end that one there. Really sorry about the terrible technical stuff that's happening. Again, there's not much I can do. It's my ISP who apparently are screwing up on their end. So, yeah, I wish I could do something about it and fix it, but I can't. So, I'm seriously thinking about what I can do. Because if it's going to be like this all the time, I don't know whether to continue streaming or not, or change the series back to a YouTube only series and just play long sessions as if I was streaming it. That I guess is a possibility, but I'm gonna give next week a go, and if that's a decent stream with only a few technical issues, then there's a possibility that we'll keep going. If it is plagued with the bullshit that we had this week, then I probably will switch it to a YouTube only one, but we'll see. But anyway, if you manage to work your way through all the bullshit technical stuff to this point in the VoD, I thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know it probably wasn't the best watch in terms of the jankiness of the game and the movement and stuff. But yeah, I hope to see you again on another one.